Hello everybody, just while I get this ready, we're going to be doing the second video for today, talking about Noah, and that's Noach, which is the Parashah of the week. And Jewish people read the whole of the Old Testament every year, and so the first week was Genesis last week, and I typed that up, and this week is Noah, and I'm doing a video. Let's go to the Google Translate. So I thought I would start with this empty. I've got backups over here at the top just in case I get lost. We go and type Noah. We'll find that Noah is Noach. There's a Nun and there's a Chet. And the Nun is 50 and the Chet is 8. And if we add them together we get 58. And if you look at this, you'll see that 5 and 8 are part of the Fibonacci series, which is 1, 1, 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 5 is 13. And it's interesting because you see as I typed here it went to the left and as the translator is on the right. So except for the 1 and 1 at the beginning, or you can just say it starts at 12, but 1, 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 1 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 5 is 13. And if you take a calculator and you multiply this, then it approximates 1.6. And 1.6 is called the golden ratio. And when you look at the golden ratio in the Fibonacci series, you'll see that here you have 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, which is this ever-enlarging circle, the kind of circle that you see on a shell or a snail and so on. And that pattern is part of the golden ratio. Now 13 is Echad. So let's just go to the next line and write Echad. Okay, and we'll see if we can try and make it. Okay, we're going to take this word which is close to what we want. Okay, I'm not going to be exterminating anybody today, but Echad is 1. So 1 is 13. So you can see that when you take Noah's name 58 and you add the 5 and that together, you get Echad, which is 1. 13 is 1. Then if you take Noach backwards, you get Chen, which is not that Chet, but this one, and there's an Aleph in the middle, which comes out as Khan, and if we take out that Aleph, then we get grace. So the Kabbalists allow you to take words and change the letters around, so that Noach becomes Chen, and Chen is grace, and grace means the breath of God. And as we know, Noah walked with God, as did Adam, and Abraham and others. Now you'll see that we have a nun like that one, that's a nun at the beginning or the middle of a sentence, and we have this nun which is a vertical line. So the nun, this is called Nun Sophit, which means the nun at the end of the sentence, and this is called just nun. And so what happens is this nun looks like a person kneeling, if you were kneeling and praying, to be nun, and this nun looks like the nun of standing. And so the nun represents the rod and the staff. Now the rod and the staff that come from Psalm 23, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, that rod and staff, the rod is the stake that you put in the ground. You say, this is who I am. And the staff, well, a staff, if you have staff, like employees, you have a ruler, the boss. So the staff is the measuring tool that's used to measure what's happening. The staff does the measuring. Now, we could write here Nun, and we would get that Nun, and we'll take out the Aleph, and then you can see that you have NN, which is Nun. So they straighten the legs and you get Nun. Now the Chet is an interesting letter, because the Chet, if I get a print Chet, then the print, let's see if we can do that. If I go to here and I say, show me a print Chet, and say Hebrew, let's see what we find. The letter Chet in Hebrew. So I'm looking for a particular Chet, and I haven't looked before, so I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but maybe I should try. There's going to be a lot of things about Chet. Let's see over here. I just saw Hebrew Chet. You see, you're getting that Chet, but that's not the Chet I want to show you. The Chet I want to show you is a different kind of Chet. Now, somewhere over here is an opportunity for handwriting, and if I do this, then that's the one side of the Chet, and if I do that, it's the other side of the Chet, and if I do this, then that makes the whole Chet. Now, if you look at this, it looks like a pair of compasses, and if you draw with a pair of compasses, you get a circle on the one side, and you get a circle on the other side. And so it doesn't look perfect, but it's the infinity symbol on the side, the symbol for God. If you change that to upright, you get the 8. And the Chet is the symbol for 8. So you can see that Noah, in his name, Noach, has the Nun for the uprightness, and the Chet for the compasses that you draw and you make a circle. And you'll know that the Nun is 50, and 50 plus 50 makes 100, which is 100%. So, in just one word, the very first word of this parashah, there's so much meaning, there's so much going on. Noah is a man in his time who has grace, he has the breath of God, he has the ability to talk to God, to talk to humans, and to solve some big problems. We all know about the flood, and there's a lot we can talk about that, but I just wanted to show you about Noah and about the Fibonacci series and the 1.6, the magic number, the golden ratio, and the Nun, how the Nun becomes a Chet. And then there's one more thing I would like to show you. If we go return, let's just do, we don't want to fall asleep. I want to get a blank line over here. It's a bit difficult because the keyboard works the wrong way around. So let's just see if I can do this. Okay. Now, if I type Nachash like this, let's just take this out and go back to Aleph over here. And let's just do this again. I want a shin. Let's see if I can get this. Okay, I've got the, let's do this again here. Nachash, and here we have not that one, we want the one with a Chet inside, but we don't have that straight away, so we'll take this one, which is disappointed, okay, and we'll take this Chet over here, and we'll put it in the middle over here, and we get the word snake. Now you'll see, and this has got 3 points, 1, 2, 3, and the shin is 300 in Hebrew. So if I go and write 300 plus 50 plus 8, I get equals 358, which is part of the Fibonacci series. So now the snake in the Garden of Eden had a very important role to play, because the snake introduced duality. And what the snake did is it allowed good to become better, and the way that good becomes better is because someone says, I've got this computer and there's this bad point about it, I'm going to make something better. Or I've got this pen, I want to make a better pen. Or I've got this ICE, internal combustion engine car using petrol, that's bad, I'm going to make an electric vehicle. So although people think that the snake is this horrible thing, in Torah the thing that the snake did, and that happened in that kind of story, when we got introduced to the tree, there was already the tree of life, and then we found the tree of knowledge, and the tree of knowledge introduced so-called evil, which is ra, which is bad. But in this context, that bad, if I say something is bad, then automatically I'm going to try and find what good can come because I spotted something bad. So I spotted a bad behavior or a bad action or a bad car or a bad plane or a bad way of walking or a bad posture, and we use this bad because we know I can correct my posture. I can make a different kind of car. So now you see we've got the Nun and the Chet of Noach, and we've got the Nachash, the snake, and it's all happening over here all together. So thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed that, and there'll be more. Good night.